Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, going back in for another Alliance War. This is War number 5 in Season 30. We are going up against X-K9, the brothers. And here is a cool trick. If you haven't seen it, this is a little bit more extreme than most, but I'm going to take 2 full paths in Section 1. This path 3 is empty. I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to back out. You cannot apply any pre-fights, you can't do any fights or anything like that. It's just one full move, and you can click on the little yellow icon back there, undo it, go all the way back, and go up another path. Now you might ask, why do that? Well, I just took 2 paths, and that just gives 2 lanes to get doubled up for synergies, pre-fights, whatever. So it is helpful. Use it, and use it with caution. Make sure you know what you're doing. But it works great. So now we're going to go up path 1 for reals, and we're going to go up on node 4. It's got a Tigra, Vigorous Assault, Arc Overload. We're going to back up. Hope she backs up. She does. She's playing nice. And we're just going to hit into the block to bait out a lot of that regen to where she's fully unblockable. And right there, I don't know, I tried to like dash in and it whiffed some attacks, so I had to make sure I waited till the AI reset, because if you go in after that, pretty much 100% of the time you're going to get parried. So yeah, we get a nice little intercept there, dex out of the L1, counter it, and we go in, throw our special one, the Arc Overload falls off, and before you know it, this Tiger will be down. So if you end with a medium attack and you stay nice and close to her, you can block her special one the first hit, and then you can back off. That's usually how I play it. Pretty safe. And yeah, I did have an invulnerability boost on just in case I got tagged, because Tiger will hurt and hurt bad. So next up we got Captain Marvel movie on Masochism and Indomitable. I still have that invuln boost going. She is a high ground defender, but that isn't going to come into play too much. You know, the timer does get sped up and all that, but you're going to see Doom with his shock and the incinerates. It can easily turn off the masochism, get the knockdown, put her into her mode where she goes unblockable and everything. We take off the stuns, and before you know it, boom, masochism is deactivated, get her with an L2, and she just melts to death. So a little bit of damage there from the high ground, but nothing to be too concerned about. Next, we're going to move up to the Corvus on node 20. This has the Strike, Counter, Fury, Armor, and Power Drain. And we do still have the invulnerability boost still going, because I finished that Captain Marvel movie, and Tigra fights quick enough. And yeah, we're going to manage our combo. We're not going to try to let him get too many Furies. So we will be using some special ones, and I think we'll finish him off with a special 2 here. So as long as you alternate your combos, you know, you get your heavy in, you get your light attacks and your medium attacks in, and you're throwing specials, you're pretty much good to go on this one. Got some nice incinerates going, and yeah, it's pretty easy to get your hits in. I do have Mystic Dispersion, which helps out a little bit. My Mystic Dispersion is 3 out of 5, and we get back up to a special 2. We got Hazarath to kind of steal power, and this fight is over and done with. Pretty simple solution for Corvus, but if you don't manage those charges, Corvus will hit super hard, so be careful with that. Next up, we're going to the Power Snack Backup Recovery Outlast node 22. It's got a rank 3 Mysterio. You know, this guy can be quite annoying. Normally I wouldn't need the Petrify and the Suppression on, but it does help, and we had it available to use. So it is going to just make the fight easier to manage, especially if the AI goes passive with throwing special attacks. So you can see like the suppression is helping to get a lot more hits in before he gets a bar of power. And I'm going to try to, as much as I can, get this guy to throwing special 2s. But in this fight, he throws a lot of special 1s. It's not that big of a deal. After the special 1 reflection stuff expires, then I just heavy refresh the Petrify and the Suppression and go to town. We almost have thing all the way built up, and we're getting close to the 50% mark, which is when the backup recovery kicks in. And you're going to see the Petrify really does reduce the backup recovery power gain quite a bit. So we're at 56%. We're going to wait this out, and then I smack him with a heavy, reset those Mr. Fantastic debuffs, and here's the backup recovery, and it's over. So he got very little power. He got maybe like, I mean, I don't know, I'm not going to do the math, but it was probably like 30% of a bar of power. So yeah, so really nice. We're going to push him over the special 2, heavy, refresh, try to bait the special 2. We are going to get power drained, but that's okay, not too worried. I got the 60 Furies converted, and we're going to get some willpower healing from that power drain. We wait that out because we can miss, and I don't want to get hit like mid-combo or anything. I could have stunned him and tried to hit him, but we finish him off with another special, and fairly clean fight. Mysterio goes down fairly easily, and yeah, love using Thing. So excited to use him again in this war. Next up, we are going over on to Path 1, and first we're going on the EMP node. Has Aspect of Evolution, Burden of Might, and Bubble Shield. I think this is kind of one of the most annoying nodes. I mean, if you're not like ghosting this in like 20 seconds, you really have to play well. The Bubble Shield can jack you up if you're not in the right spot. I do a Power Start 1 boost. I Mystic Power Back and Special boosted, and I get off a special 2 to get those Incinerates going and get a lot of damage. We already got 33% down. We dex that L2. I'm more comfortable fully dexing that special 2, and we're up to 8 Bubble Shield charges, 9. I'm going to get the 10th here, and then we're going to steal his power, and we need to get a dex. And this was a mistake. So we did dex the first part of that special, but had I not, I would have been tagged, because that first hit was unblockable. Normally I will do a block dex on the special one just to be a little bit more safe, but a block dex works as well, and I had to do that. So we got it done, and we're trying to push him over to 2 bars. Nope, not having it. I think this one I'm just going to block dex. We're at 18 charges. The Bubble Shields, there's 20. I do get tagged on that one. I thought I got a parry off. It didn't happen. So here we're going to try to push him to special 3, and we steal his power. Boom. And I think I'm going to launch this off. Yes. And he will become Incinerate immune shortly after. But yeah, we're just going to block that. Going to play safe. Get a heavy. We're going to block this. We're at 24, 25, 26, 27. We dexed out of last. We're at 26 charges, so we have plenty. And we just got to get one more combo in. Boom. I thought that was going to do it. Probably should have just full comboed him, but that fight can go wrong. I know we've used Ghost there before, and just wasn't an option for this war, so it's nice to get that down. Next up, we have Professor X. It is a high ground defender. I'm going to use Torch. I'm going to put on the pre-fight. I'm boosted, big boosted, and you're going to see this guy just melts. So Nova Flame, you don't have to worry about his high ground charges building up significantly faster. Those do not count as the Incinerates, they're just Nova Flames. And yeah, every time he hits, it's an energy hit, so it builds up my Smolder. I am going to take a little bit of chip damage from some high ground, but nothing too bad. He throws a special 2, and we counter that, and he's dead. No problem. Super easy fight. Simple. And next up here, we got a rank 4 Doctor Doom on Buffet and Indomitable. Now, I think this is the first rank 4 defender I've ever personally played against in War. We've had a few in our battle group, nothing that I've been assigned to. I don't have my pre-fight, and here's the strategy. Parry, 1 hit. I'm going to use my max Petrify Mastery to the max, and I'm going to try to get this guy to not throw more than 1 special. And I have a regen boost on, and I am going to eat his special 1 on purpose. And you might say, why would you do that? Well, it's not going to be that bad. I don't want to trigger Dex to get the precision and trigger Buffet. It will automatically have been removed because of Buffet, and that would shock me, and the shock would be pretty bad. And I only took it was less than 20%, and he only threw off 1 special, and it worked perfectly. Rank 4 Doom downed, and yeah, gotta love it. So next up, my last fight, I have Silver Surfer. He's a high ground defender, strike counter, combat power rate, Outlast, Buffet, Chitinous, Thorns. So you need a bleed immune to deal with his armor ups that he could potentially get, and you need to be able to deal with the Buffet. So Thing is my go-to option for this one, and got Thing on the team, couldn't be happier. So we still have that advanced regen boost on. It's going to help mitigate some of the damage that I'm going to take. I'm going to do my best to just manage my 10-hit combos to go along with the high ground. And if I can do that, I can really minimize the damage that I take into the block. And if I do get hit, as long as I'm kind of close towards one of the 10-hit combos, I can basically come out okay. Here we're going a little bit slower. There we go, we got to 30, but he's already got another high ground charge, and I do get tagged. Now, I was right at 30 combos, so it really didn't come to my detriment too much. I want this guy throwing his special 1s. I am more comfortable evading that, and if you get cornered with a special 2, and it's unblockable because he has enough buffs, that can be quite devastating. The energy damage that Silver Surfer can do, with a bunch of buffs up, plus if he has high ground, yeah, it's just, it could be bad. Although the high ground does not apply on hits that you actually receive. It's only on the blocked hits. So something to consider. Thing is immune to nullify, so we don't have to worry about Buffet. And we just need this guy to throw some special. He's being quite stingy here. I didn't want to throw my special 1 simply because I do have Human Torch on the team, and that would put an Incinerate on him. He gets some willpower healing, and it counts as an extra buff towards his energy damage. So just hammered it out with Thing, took 1 hit or 2-hit combo, did well. So here I'm going to showcase one last fight. So that was my fight for the war. We had another rank 4 on the map, and it was a Nick Fury, and I really wanted to showcase this because Mirage Turtle does a great job. Now, there are probably other options that people are using, Doom, Archangel, stuff like that, but we decided to throw in Emma Frost. Mirage Turtle has a rank 3 Emma, and he often does excellent things with her when we need it. When she's in diamond form, she is immune to being stunned. So you can see the the encroaching stun timer just expired. She was in diamond form, didn't matter. So as long as Turtle has less power than the Nick Fury, she will stay in diamond form. And so he's going to be spamming the special 1s. Emma is a mutant, so it's less likely that Nick Fury will get his tactical charges, and with the with the power reserve, he will, pretty much keep staying at 2+ bars of power. And I don't think he throws a special 1 in the whole fight, Nick Fury, and he just throws special 2s. The special 2s are easy to bait and evade, and he's going to keep pushing it to L2. He's going to keep throwing L1. He's going to get the power stings. He also does run Resonate, so you see that weakness on there. That's not helping him too much because he is getting a little bit of willpower healing back. But you can see the fight is totally controlled. It's not the fastest, but it is super, super safe. And look at Emma's health bar right now. It is just, I mean, okay, he does throw a special one there, blocks it, diamond form, still in diamond form. He was stalling there, make sure he didn't go over special one and, him throw a special and go under. You need to make sure that you always have less power so that you can stay in diamond form. But man, Emma is a tank in diamond form. And now this Nick Fury, obviously most rank 4s in the game right now are going to be max sig. And so the LMD damage that he takes to get down to 30% is pretty slow and steady. And here you can see he's baiting out that heavy. He wants to make sure that he can keep pushing into L2, him throwing the L1, and he's going to finish this fight with 90-something% health and fairly easily, comfortably. Didn't have to worry about the encroaching stun. And yeah, we just wanted to showcase this off because we just thought he did an excellent job and just masterfully just destroyed this fight. It's not going to be great towards the fight time, but it works great. It took about 3 minutes. So congrats to him. And then last up, we're going to showcase our boss takedown. We got Ultimatheory going up against a Magneto boss. He's already done this earlier in the season, I think. Or maybe it was towards the end of last season. But Sorcerer Supreme, we got a suppression to help with the power gain that he gets when Sorcerer is going to be attacking him. And he's got the white Magneto guidance for the extra 15% attack boost. And he's going to get off the slow towards the beginning. He's going to try to do his best to maintain that. High ground, Sorcerer has a lot of energy resistance. And if you have that regen and block up, it's going to help mitigate that a lot. And as long as you're aggressive and you can keep that slow active, then you're pretty much set. So here, special 3, and I'm not a Sorcerer Supreme expert by any means. I do have one as a 6-star. I think she's ranked 2 now, but she's unawakened. I might rank her up at some point. But yeah, L3 activates the slow. And when that slows up, you can bait those heavies. And towards the end of this fight, you're going to see, and right there, Ultima does a really good job at doing that shallow dex evade into a special. So they come charging in, you do a quick dex into the special, and it's a easy way to get an opening. As long as they don't have a bar of power, it's very safe. So, something to consider throwing in your kit towards taking out some champs where maybe you aren't able to stun them, whether they're stun immune or there's a stunning reflection or whatnot. And yeah, the damage with the armor breaks up. If you get an L2 off is pretty good. Slow's active. In control of the fight pretty well. It is a slower fight, but in order to do Magneto quicker, I think the only quicker option is to do a Human Torch. And with Human Torch, I've done it once with a pre-fight, and it was 40 hits. But you do take a lot of block damage, and then if you let the high ground get out of control, it could be pretty problematic. But Sorcerer Supreme makes this pretty easy, pretty safe, and as long as don't get hit, you'll take this guy down. So yeah, we just want to showcase this. Ultima does a great job. We get the solo, and yeah, so you'd think, oh, we did great, right? Well, our battle group actually we had some fatal errors. We actually ended up with 7 deaths, which is the most we've had in by far a long time. I think even off season when we're messing around and experimenting and not boosting and stuff like that. was pretty terrible. We had one guy that just imploded. It was unfortunate, and while that necessarily didn't cost us the win entirely, it surely didn't help. It was a fairly close war towards the end, and then that happened, and yeah, we had a bunch of deaths at the end, and it wasn't a pretty ending, and we were quite disappointed to wake up. You know, when you're going to bed and you have the lead, and then you wake up and it's just squandered. It really hurts, especially when you use big boosts, and you know, at least for me, like my boost, I work hard for them. Free to play guy, so they don't come easily. But anyways, it's a team sport, so we just gotta roll with the punches. So here's the stats. Ultima, great job on the solo. Turtle, great job on the Fury solo. Yeah, so we died 13 times total. They died 6, so they did a great job. Good job to X-K9, the brothers. We lost. So on the season, that drops us to 3-2 overall. For my fight, for the fights on, stats on my war, I had 8 fights, 8 kills, no deaths. So still deathless on the season, 28 fights, 28 kills. So I'm happy with that. We dropped 8 spots. We're still in Masters, number 14 overall, which is good. You know, we want to be in Masters, but I know that we can do better. And that 13 deaths was just not a good showing overall. And yeah, we're gonna turn it around and see what we can do in this back half of the season. And then here I'm just gonna show. This is my little war collage of all the champs that I have taken down so far and who I've used. It's growing significantly, so it's kind of fun to look at. But yeah, thanks for watching, fellas, and hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.